Rahul, and I was a 2012 Teach for India Fellow. And post my fellowship, I started this organization called Simple Education Foundation. Kumkum was taught by another fellow when I was in the fellowship, but post school hours, I ran an after school learning center, and Kumkum was part of that learning center. The learning center that I started, so it was a little different to other learning centers. So there the curriculum, so what was being taught at the center was chosen by the children. So initially it started like a usual tuition center where they would come and we would do what they had any doubts in school or like the school curriculum. But post few months, what I observed that they were past that and they didn't require that anymore because they were being taught in school by a fellow in the school, and post school hours as well. It would just be a repetition from them. So, and my idea of joining Teach for India and starting SCF was like how relevant the education is, like how they can take back what they are learning in school to their life. And that's when I started these social projects that I wanted them to do, where they would come up with any problem statement, and whatever they are learning, math, science, social science, they would try to integrate that into that project. And Kumkum and the team, they started this project on transgenders. So this is what their team observed, that transgenders in their community were looked upon in not in a great way, and they wanted to understand more where they came from, like how they could work with them, understand them, like first understand them and then work with them and see it could be taken into a better place. So yeah, so the team started this project, and they did that for around 6 months to 1 year. And then she liked the project so much that post the project she continued working on the same topic, and till date she's been very curious about this transgenders and just gender in general, not just transgenders. So that started with transgenders, but now the whole community around gender, so she's very much interested in that. I think critical thinking would be one big skill that I see, like not just looking at facts and information and thinking about them and not just taking it what it is. That's one big change I see from Kumkum since when I started working with her and what I see with her now. And also like problem solving is one thing that I also see, where she has understood the space and now she works on different interventions on how to include them in the genders into the space that we have right now. I remember like she would not have anyone to go and speak around this topic, or suggest that not just the physical space, the mental space as well, to where she can come and discuss her ideas, discuss what she's thinking about these things, and all of that. Going from a child who, like she's in 12th grade right now, and how she started was very much into academics and what was in the curriculum, what's in the books, but now slowly over the years how that learning can also be transferred to her life as well. So that changes I see. So if she's reading social science or reading anything that is written in the book, how she is then integrating into her life and thinking about it, and it's not just for an exam that she has to clear at the end of the year, but in her life what gives her that motivation to learn even more when she grows up and goes to college. So the stakeholders that she worked with initially, and she has kept in touch with them, so it wasn't like once she went, like initially she went and surveyed a few people around this topic, but then she has gone back to them with not solutions but again understanding of what is happening, and then just working with them over the years, and them also understanding like people outside their space also believe in them. And yeah, so I see both sides being in touch with each other, and again it's just a long process where there's mutual respect with each other. And before Teach for India I worked for 10 years in corporate, so I was in IT, and what I saw going to work every day was what my colleagues, and I could not see the relevance of education, like what we were taught in 12th grade and colleges, and when we started working was two different things. So for example, like in schools and colleges we are always assessed individually, but the minute you start working it's teamwork, like the people expect you to work in a team and all of that. So keeping that education relevant was one of my main objectives, and Teach for India was that starting point. And Simple Education Foundation is continuing. They are the beneficiary of this whole system, like the schooling system, and they know best. Like what I've seen over the years, they know best what they need, what they want, and it's seldom that anyone speaks to them around this topic. It's decided by some committee and by the system. Okay, this is what this age child should be studying. But then I've seen, and just putting that trust to the children and just asking them what they want to learn, and then you can easily integrate what yes, there are skills which are mapped to age, that a 10-year-old needs to have these skills, but then the content or the topic that they're interested in, that can easily be asked. The children could be asked about it, and then those skills could be integrated in that content. Because about children being interested in going to school, and once you teach them what they want to learn, I think it's a win-win situation. So at SEF, 3 years back, we started this process of restructuring our student vision. And again, the name has student in it. So one of the biggest stakeholders that we went and had a conversation with was students. And the whole student vision at SCF now is anchored in what students want, what they need, and also talking to other educators, other stakeholders of the system, the educators, the families, the parents, everyone. But students were a very big part of it. So all the work that we do at Simple Education Foundation right now is anchored in our student vision, which again is anchored in what the children want and need from the system. When children they come out of schooling system and then through college, again they are well equipped to live life.